All right, come on, Secret. Come on, let's go. Trying to eat grass while I was getting on. Good morning. Me and Secret are back this morning. I noticed in our last ride that she was kind of fighting the bit a little bit. Every time I pick up on her nose, she would toss her head or push on the bit. So today I brought about 5 bits out here. I'm going to see which one she does the best in. Also today I want to work on getting her sitting on her butt when we stop. She's been stopping kind of like on her front end. I want to get her using her hind end more. And when we stop, I want her to sit. All right, I'm just going to do a little circles and stuff just to try out this bit and see how she responds in it. It's pretty good. I like how she's giving me her face without pushing up on her nose. And she's kind of keeping her head down a little bit. The only time I really don't want her head down is when I'm stopping her right now, because her stopping on her front end with her head down, sometimes she'll stumble to a stop. Whoa. Okay. Let's trot for a minute and see how you do. Easy. Just trotting. Let's go this way. Whoa. Whoa. Kind of lifted her head up a little bit right there with it, but not too bad. A little bit is expected. I just don't want her shoving her nose up in the air or pushing on the bit when I ask her to turn. Whoa. Whoa. Back up. Back. All right. I'm kind of liking this one for now, so I'm just going to ride her in this today. Unless she, does something different at a lope. Tighten my saddle up a little bit. Whoa. Good girl. All right, let's get started. I guess I could untie your tail, couldn't I? Had her tail tied so I could put her boots on. Good girl, I like that. I'm also trying to get her to move forward with just squeezing my legs and voice command without trying to kick her. So when you hear me clicking a lot and smooching to her, I'm trying to get her to move forward without doing all that. I'm just going to trot around for a little bit. Get her a little bit warmed up before I ask her to lope. I'm just doing some figure eights with her using these poles. Making her kind of cross over right here in the middle. Good. Once I get her a little warmed up at the trot, I'm going to do a lot of loping. Crossover. Good girl. All right. I'm actually going to lope her. Trying to remember which way she didn't do as well. I think it was, I can't remember which way, but she's got one way that she lopes really well and then not so good the other way. I think it's this way she doesn't like. I'll figure it out in a minute. Come on. Yeah, this is the way. So whatever side is their worst side is the side I want to start on. And I'm just gonna quit it. Just gonna try to keep her in a lope. She likes to shut down. Quit it. I'm gonna have to get on to you now. Come on. Ah, stop that. Quit it. Quit being nasty. She's just pinning her ears and like wanting to refuse. You're being nasty. Come on. Cut it out. Quit. You're gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna hop off and lunge her just for a second. Whoa. Just to get her to stop being nasty like that. I've only ridden her a handful of times and I don't know her super well, and she's young and I don't want to get hurt because I'm old. So I'm just gonna lunge her for a second. Come on. I'm gonna make her go the way that she doesn't want to go. The reins are kind of short, so I'm gonna have to run along with her. Move on. Hey, step up. Come on. I'm not hitting her. I'm just asking her to move. Make her respect me a little bit. Move them feet. There we go. Whoa. 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 Good girl. Let's just go the other way. I got reins, so I don't have a lunge line out here. All right. Whoa. Whoa. Good girl. I'm just gonna leave that out here. I'm just doing that for a little bit of respect. I respect her. I just want her to respect me back. And I don't want either one of us to get hurt, so there we go. Easy. We don't have to go fast. I just want you to lope. Don't worry about that dog. Come on. I really don't care where I'm going as long as she's on the correct lead and she's listening to me. I'm just making her lope. I just want to keep her loping, keep her shoulder up so she's not stumbling around. As long as she's listening to me, I kind of really don't care where we go. This is her bad side, so I want her to get comfortable on it and confident in moving. And we're trying to build up her stamina at a lope because she'll shut down on you all the time. So I want to keep her moving and only let her stop whenever she's asked to stop. So anytime she tries to shut down on me, I'm going to make her go a little bit longer just so we can build up that stamina. And to keep her listening, I'm not asking for anything crazy. I just want her to lope around. And I got on her early, so it's not too hot. Nope. Let her go. Come on. Quit it. She's got her ears laid all the way back. Just want to keep her moving forward, so. Hello, there's Paul. Come on. girl. I'm about to ask her to stop, and I want her to stop on her hind end. I'll see if she does. I'll stop her in the middle so y'all can see. Ooh, it's a little bit better. I like how she's not pushing up on that bit. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of breath. Takes a lot to keep one that don't want to loping without trying to kick so much. I'm doing more squeezing. All right, we're gonna walk around for a minute. I'm just not liking her pinning her ears when she's not wanting to do something. I have to work on that too. Can't be letting her get away with that. Once she knows she can get away with that, that could be game over. All right, whoa. Stand here for a second. Back. Back up. There we go. Good girl. Okay, let's walk around. Gonna work on some rollbacks a little bit. I'm just gonna do some rollbacks and some figure eights. Whoa. There we go. She did kind of push a little bit on the bit, but not too bad. Whoa. Not super pretty rollback, but she'll get there. I really like to use the fence, but it's up there a little bit further. Kind of hard to see, but I'll go ahead and do it on the fence. I like to come in here on the fence and come off at like a 45-degree angle. I get a couple feet off the fence, 3 maybe. You want them kind of close because you want to use the fence as part of your tool to get them to move around. She hasn't been up here, so she's probably going to be a little looky. So kind of get them up here, 45-degree angle, and then back them up a step, pull their nose around, and put my outside leg in, which I'm kind of up in these trees right here. And that one wasn't pretty, but it's usually not pretty the first few times until they get it figured out. See how I'm using the fence right here, and she has to like move her body around. She can't step forward because the fence is right there. And the fence is just a nice aid to teach them. I mean, just to get them going until they're, understanding what you want. That way she doesn't do so well, and I got the trees in my hair. I'll go up a little bit further. And that's another thing, when I am working them on the fence like this, I don't like to stop them in the same spot. I'll go a little bit further. Come on, you gotta back up, baby. She's kind of fighting again. There we go. That was kind of a long one. But if you stop them in the same spot every time, they start anticipating the stop. So I'll go up a little further or a little bit back. Right here, I'm gonna stop right here because the trees aren't in my face. And I'll just do it in a different spot just to keep them from anticipating the stop. And then you can do this at a walk, trot, and lope once they get it down pat. But that's something that Secret's owner wants her to get pretty good at, is some nice rollbacks. So we're going to be working on this a lot. Come on. There, one step at a time. She's a little bit lazy. All right. I don't like to work on things for a long time, especially with young horses. They just get frustrated sometimes. She did really well before getting frustrated, but um, I'll walk away and then maybe go back to it, do something different because they get bored. They get bored and then they get a little frustrated. And when you're doing rollbacks and stuff like that, you're really using your legs a lot, you know. And I'm not gouging or nothing like that with my spur, but I am putting my spur in her side a little, just for the pressure, and that just gets old after a while. So I'll move on to something different, but I'll make sure every ride I'll work on those rollbacks. I'm not asking her to shape up too much right now. I'm kind of like cooling her off, but I'm still working her at a walk to cool her off. So we're just going to do some figure eights, moving her body over and just keeping a little bit of shape around here. And I like having these poles up like this because you can just go to whatever pole you want. You can make big squares. You can do figure eights. You can circle all of them one way and circle all of them the other way. You can do it with barrels too. I just only have, I think, I don't know how many barrels I got, but the poles are just easier. You can just kind of pick whatever you want to do. I like to get my leg passed before I ask him to turn. She will be getting ridden again this afternoon, so I'm not gonna keep this ride super long. It didn't start out too good, but it ended well. This bit, the only time she's given me a little bit of a tough time is the rollbacks. But she is also learning the rollbacks. So whenever I'm pulling her head around with one rein and kind of neck rein and putting pressure on with the other rein, as I'm also pulling back to get her back into herself so she can actually do the rollback. So it's a little confusing for them. So she, pulling on the bit a little bit is normal, but how she was yesterday was a little bit excessive. You're doing pretty good. Let's see if she'll stop on her hind end. Whoa. Let's back up a step or two. Good. So this is her cool down. We're just walking. I just got to remember next time I ride her which way's her bad way. It seems like they all have one way they prefer to go than the other. Just like people, a lot of people are right-handed, a lot of people are left-handed. Kind of the same with a horse. They just have like a better side than the other. Good girl. Little figure eight right here. I want to move her front. There we go. Good. That was really nice. I didn't have to ask very hard for that. Just a little tiny bit. And I do that again. Once I get past this pole up here a little ways. Good girl. girl. Keep moving forward. Good. All right. I think this ride's done for today until this afternoon. I was very proud of her. There wasn't one stumble this whole ride, so that was really good. She stumbled, I think, 3 times the last ride, and a few times the ride before that. So for her not to stumble this time was really good. Well, I'm gonna get off of her out here because she was getting a little barn sour. She didn't do any of that today, but every ride before today, she is wanting to go up to the barn, and loping her around, she kind of veers off that way towards the barn. So I'm gonna release her pressure right here. And when I say release the pressure, I'm gonna she is standing quiet, but I usually wait for them to stand real quiet, and then I'll step off and unloosen the girth just a little bit so there's some pressure release. And if you do it at the barn, that's where they're going to want to be all the time. Plus, all her buddies are up there, and that's where they get fed too, so that doesn't help. Good girl. You did great. I'm going to hand walk her a little bit, but I'll go ahead and end this video. And I really appreciate you guys for watching. Come on, pretty girl. We'll get there.